Yes, Mystery Steam Reviews is the part of the PC Gaming Weekspot where I, Colm Ahern, and he, Matthew Castle, test the knowledge of one another via Steam reviews that are a mystery. And the rules are as follows. Both I and Matthew bring 3 Steam reviews to the MSR arena, but we omit the name of the game associated with each review. One correct answer equals 1 point. While both of us have 90 seconds on each MSR, we both also have help in the form of 3 lifelines. These lifelines can be used at any stage during battle and also pause the 90-second timer. Each lifeline can only be used once and once only, and they are as follows. Publisher, where the hot seat haver learns the publisher of the game. Second opinion, where a second review is given to the fiery chair sitter. And genre, where the genre of the game is revealed to the one with the warm arse. Now, this week, the theme is... it's not that tricky to explain, really. It is video game series that have been turned into movies. So, for example, right, to use a non-PC example, one of us could have chosen a Super Mario game because of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Any game in a series. Any
game in that series.
It's quite a small pool of games to pick from.
Very small, because as well, it has to be like a film that released here or in America or whatever. Like, so there was an Ace Attorney film that wouldn't qualify. There was a Yakuza film, and they weren't released here.
I like how that rule took an already quite small pool of games and made it even smaller and more difficult. So have fun with this.
We'll see. We
shall see.
Matthew, here is your first Mystery Steam review. Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. And that's from Chun Chun. It is recommended 14.2 hours on record, 11.5 hours at review time. Matthew, your time starts now.
Oh my god, what the hell is this? There's no description of the game at all. This is just someone wanking on. They've gone mad. Most people think time is like a river. So I'm guessing this has to be a speech from the game, otherwise this person has just lost their mind. Time is an ocean in a storm. Wonder who I am. So this is a famous quote from a game. Time is like an ocean. I guess this is a game about time rather than oceans. There was an Assassin's Creed film, so you could do Assassin's Creed Black Flag, for example. But I don't think he talks about the ocean being made of time. This does sound familiar. It is Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. I believe this is what he says at the start.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer. That game is him telling a story. I think this fits.
So yeah, not a very descriptive Steam review when it comes to the actual game. Nothing about the mechanics, nothing. But yeah, a lot of mention of water, a lot of mention of time. You were thinking maybe Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, thinking about the water, but then you were time. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Could that be it? Is this the game that features Prince Dastan, Jake Gyllenhaal? Matthew, I can tell you that the correct answer is The Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
Yes.
Good work. Yeah, not a great film, that. I've actually seen that one. Not terrific. Matthew, could I have my first Mystery Steam review, please?
You can hit a person into the ocean with a fish while they're vomiting after eating a coconut ball. Less poetic than your last one. The amazing Wolfie recommends this with 56.4 hours on record, but only 37.4 at the time of review.
Time starts now. You can hit a person into an ocean, more water, with a fish while they're vomiting after eating a coconut ball. Ooh. Now, which Hitman is this?
That's bold. It might not be a Hitman game.
There were 2 Hitmans films. One with Rupert Friend, one with Timothy Oliphant. I've never seen the Rupert Friend one. I've seen the Timothy Oliphant one. I think it was Rupert Friend. Anyway, games.
It was Rupert Friend.
Oh, which Hitman is this? Coconut ball, fish. Is this Hitman 2 with the DLC? Is that new? No, what's I can't remember the name of the level, but I'm pretty sure you're on a harbour. Well, Hitman 2 also has the Isle of Sigil, whatever. Hitman 2 is all I have, I think. I'm not sure.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, let's say Hitman 2.
So you zoned in on Hitman quite quickly there. Assuming this is a Hitman game, you then tried to place Hitman based on a fish and a coconut ball. I mean, a lot of props are reused across Hitman, but this feels like quite an iconic moment from a Hitman game. The correct answer is Hitman 2.
Yes!
Actually, the Miami map.
Oh, is it Miami?
Yeah, it's got that like pier around the back, and you can take over the stand and serve the guy the coconut snack. Then he goes and pukes.
Yeah. So I was thinking about the wrong level, but the right game. Okay,
right
that'll
game.
do. Matthew, would you like your second Mystery Steam review?
I would love it.
I can't believe I got a whole free fighting game with my bowling game. And that's from Whiskey. It is recommended 11.9 hours on record, 1.7 hours at time of review. Matthew, your time starts now.
I mean, this instantly makes me think Yakuza, but that film didn't come out in the West, right?
Correct, yeah. I did say that off the top. I used Yakuza as an example, yeah.
So it's not Yakuza. This is not a Yakuza game, but there's got to be a game. You fight, but it's got a side game where you can go bowling. A side game where you can go bowling. This isn't Hitman. It's probably going to be an open world game where you can go open world and do some bowling. GTA hasn't been turned into a film. Oh man alive. I'm trying to think. It's annoying because I don't want to say the names of the films out loud just in case they inspire you for the later rounds. Can I get the publisher for this?
You can. So I'm pausing the timer at 26.
I completely forgot about the lifelines. That was so dumb. Oh my god. I sat here talking to myself.
As Matthew uses his publisher. The publisher of this video game is Bandai Namco Entertainment. Bandai Namco Entertainment. Would you like to use any other lifelines or?
No, that's fine.
Okay, restarting the timer now.
Well, there's a Tekken film, I think. And there's definitely a Tekken thing where there's a mini game where you go bowling, but I'm not very good on my Tekkens. I'm just gonna have to guess Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So, free fighting game with my bowling game. was the Steam review. You were thinking maybe is this an open world? The publisher revealed this game to be published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, which then twigged with you there's been a Tekken film. Not very successful, but still a Tekken film. And then you were thinking, which Tekken is this then? You've ended up on Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And I can tell you, Matthew, that the correct answer is Tekken 7. It's literally the only Tekken that's on PC, Tekken 7.
You see, I say Tekken Tag Tournament 2 because that one was on Wii U, and I sort of remember it having mini games.
I think that one had bowling as well. Yeah. Matthew, could I have my second Mystery Steam review, please?
Like its predecessors, the gameplay revolves around parkour and combat. The parkour is fine, if not enjoyable on some occasions. The remade combat is an abysmal failure that has moved from mindless hack and slash to an almost fighting game-esque duel, lacking depth to be engrossing, says a Grieber. Not recommended after 13 hours.
Time starts now. Now, I don't know for definite, but this could be Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. And I was wondering when you were saying it, because even after last week's discussion, and Don't Talk at All and We All Blow Up, you were saying the hardest thing to do is like get one word of the title and then go from there. It's not believable. You need to pull it out of the bag from nowhere, which is what you did with the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Unless I took into account that conversation, I'm trying to set you up for a fall. Indeed.
Now, I'm not 100% confident, so I am going to use a lifeline. Yeah, I'm going to pause the timer at 32 seconds. You did a good enough job that I'm going to have to use a lifeline. I think I'm going to use my publisher lifeline, please.
Publisher for this is Ubisoft.
Ah, shit. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Yeah, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, final answer.
That's your final answer?
Yeah. If it's Assassin's Creed, no.
So, this review mentions parkour and combat. Two key ingredients, like its predecessors. The gameplay revolves around parkour and combat. Sands of Time. Arguably the game that introduces a lot of parkour to Prince of Persia. The correct answer is Prince of Persia 2008.
Oh. Oh well, should have been more sure. I had the lifelines there.
I think with this one, like, I was thinking like the predecessors, because pre Sands of Time doesn't really have that.
No, I had Sands of Time, and
what I was really hoping was that you were going to think this was Assassin's Creed. I was really planning to laugh in your face because you were going to say Assassin's Creed for a Prince of Persia game. I even picked a second review, which made it sound more like Assassin's Creed. But you, I genuinely did come to Sands of Time genuinely in that first question. So,
shit.
Yeah.
Right, Matthew.
My mind games aren't that clever, I'm afraid.
Matthew, here is your third and final Mystery Steam review. I usually don't do reviews, but due to critics slaughtering this game, I had to. I love this game. The critics said the actors were pretty cringe, and I agree with them just a tiny little bit, but overall, it was okay. The handling of the cars was kinda weird, but I got used to it pretty fast due to many handling customization options. And that's from Sneaker Snock. It is recommended 7.8 hours on record, 3 hours at time of review. Matthew, your time starts now.
See, the talk of cars, customization, and actors makes me think of the Need for Speed that had live actors in it. There was one which had, it was around the time of the film, or am I confusing that with an actual film of Need for Speed? But there has been a film of Need for Speed. But I swear there was a game which had actors in it. Give me my genre. Give me both, and both my genre and my second opinion.
Okay, so second opinion and genre. Second opinion, or the genre of this is an online open world racing video game.
Yeah, okay.
And the second opinion is, I am kind of shocked at the low ratings here. It's mostly positive, but yet I can't help but say that this game might be the best arcade racer I've ever played. The visuals are picturesque. Every frame just actually looks like an amped up promotional screenshot. This applies especially to when you're at your highest speeds. I played it on Ultra. The cutscenes are literally not that frequent. I'm getting one cutscene per hour, and the FMV cringe is good. Overall, there's not much other than cop AI that the older games did better.
Oh, what was this shitting game called?
Restarting the timer 101 now.
Was it just called Need for Speed? Was it Need for Speed? There was like Rivals. It's not Shift. It's not Hot Pursuit. It's not. There was one called Rivals. I swear they did like one which was just called like Need for Speed, and it was like reset. And I think they reset it because it was of the film. I'm just gonna say Need for Speed.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Almost straight away you were thinking Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Because it mentioned acting, it mentioned cars and customization and handling, whatever else. And using your lifelines only kind of confirmed that initial thought. But then you were going, which Need for Speed is it? You've ended up on Need for Speed. And I can tell you, Matthew, that the correct answer is Need for Speed.
Yes.
Well done. Matthew, could I have my...
Was it the film or the game that had Aaron Paul in it?
The film. I've also seen the film, Need for Speed. He basically plays Jesse, but it's not as good, essentially.
Jesse also had a Need for Speed, but of a different kind.
Oh, classic. Classic Castle. Matthew, could I have my third and final Mystery Steam review, please?
You play as some French dude with a kleptomania problem. He also witnessed his father die, Bruce Wayne style. Says communism, recommends it after 2.7 hours.
Time starts now. You play as some French dude who steals things and his father dies. Oh, that's quite descriptive. Oh, and it's not helping me. What games do you steal stuff? Skyrim? Cheese? Thief? I don't think there was a Thief film, was there?
No.
He plays a French dude who steals stuff.
And you got clues?
I do, yeah. What am I doing? Pausing the timer at 54. Could I have both my second opinion and my genre, please? Because I'm not too sure.
Your genre? Oh, it's a stinker. Action adventure video game. Second opinion. Horrible game engine. You will not only be transported back to the French Revolution, you will be transported back to the beginning of the computer revolution.
Okay, restarting the timer now. Oh! Assassin's Creed Unity. That's the French one, isn't it? Is it? Syndicate is England. Black Flag Pirates. 3 America. 2 Italy. I don't know why I've done them in that order. His father dies. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. There was a whole. I'm just trying to think. Video game films. There was an Assassin's Creed. Max Payne.
Max Payne could be French.
I don't think he is.
Maximum bread.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed Unity is the best I can do, I think. Oh, Assassin's Creed Unity, yep, that's it.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
So, you're thinking Assassin's Creed, you're thinking France, you're thinking Unity. Not thinking Assassin's Creed Liberation. Correct answer is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Liberation, was that the Vita one, and then it came to...
it did have a French character, I think. I only say that because I thought, in my head, I was like, oh no, I'll do the French one, and thought it was called Assassin's Creed Liberation in my head, but I don't know why. Right. I was hoping you were going to make the same mistake, but you didn't. You were a smarter man than I.